Alrighty, Hunter x Hunter 122 and 123. First of all, apologies for the lack of Hunter x Hunter videos lately. It's at that point in the year where my IRL job kind of gets really busy, so I haven't had that much time, and that might continue for the next few weeks or so, but after Christmas and when I'm on holidays, I'll be able to smash some Hunter x Hunter out. Really enjoyed the last few episodes kind of paying attention to Yuppie, Moral, and Knuckle specifically. Yuppie and Knuckle have really grown on me throughout this arc. I really enjoy the way that they're humanizing the royal guards and the king. It's very much in Hunter x Hunter's nature to do that because they did the same thing with the Phantom Troop. But the longer I have between episodes and the more I get to look back on them, the more I appreciate how much depth they're going into with some of these things. But even so, I'm just hanging out for more Gon and Killua, and I'm itching to see the start of NETERO versus the king as well. Like and subscribe, check out the Patreon for early access if you're interested. And with all that being said, enjoy the video. Pose and name. Talk to me. Here we go. Hey, talk a little bit before you get there, wherever you're going. Where are they going, man? It's gotta be super far away. Oh yeah, I've seen this before. This is where all the big fights happen. In any show. Oh yeah, we're gonna demolish all of this. Like meteors, man. Well, we got a couple of war weapons right here, man. I want to see the king fight so bad. Yeah.
その方に勝ち目はない。死に急ぐことはあるまい。やっても見ねえでわかるかよ。わしのことを何も知らんだろうが、見た目で判断すると足元救われる。
This has been a big theme throughout this arc.
逆だ。要はこの世を滑るため。
Oh, I like this. I like what he's saying here.
当初お主らに家畜以上の感情を持ち得なかったが。
Originally.
今は違う。わずかながら生かすに足る人間がいることを知った。
Oh, Kamugi.
お主にも同じものを感じる。今矛を収めるなら許してやらんでもない。
It's really interesting. Obviously this can't happen, but I like it.
そいつは立場上
Boy, he's got no shoes on.
相談だわな。
What are you trying to do, Puff? You're looking sus.
ゴンが知らない部分をあえて説明することで、ゴンが話を聞くことに集中するよう仕向ける狙いである。小麦を抱きかかえた王のことを意図的に話さなかったのは、あの状況を言葉で忠実に再現する術を持たなかったからだ。
Well, that's interesting. I kind of like that. She didn't even know what she was seeing, man.
ピトーはゴンの視線の揺らぎに企みの成功を見た。
Okay.
王は自らの意志で敵とそこから出ていった。
True.
なるほど。
Yeah. Hey, yo.
よくわかりました。ファインプレーです、ピトー。
Ah, okay. Okay. But even so, Nov did say, if they left now, they wouldn't get there in time. So we'll see about that.
人類という種のためか。ならば、世の行為はむしろ強力だと言っておく。
Now here we go. We've been on the king's side for a lot lately, which is really funny.
境の右では子供が飢えて死に、左では何もしないクズが全てを持っている。狂気の沙汰だ。
He's not wrong.
世が壊してやる。
Yeah, but this is a bit far.
そして与えよう。平等とは言えぬまでも、理不尽な差のない世界。
It's a pretty classic concept of the cause is somewhat noble, but the way he wants to do it is crazy.
力と恐怖を利用することを否定しない。だがあくまでそれは秩序維持のためと限定する。
Yeah, but who are you to decide what's
何
necessary?
のために力を使うかを学習した。
I kind of like that though. Yeah.
弱く。しかし生かすべきものを。
He's saying some good things
守る
though.
ためだ。
But again, who are you to decide who deserves to live, you know? So interesting.
こいつは厄介だな。貴様とは戦わぬ。
Interesting.
場所の移動に意を挟まなかったのは忌憚なく論を交わすために過ぎぬ。奴は 揺れている。
思考よれ。
He's kind of posed the same way Gon is a little bit. Yeah, that's exactly it.
その二つが絶対に交わらない。
Ah, okay. Ooh, I kind of like this. Kind of a similarity to Yuppie a little bit.
傾きうる。
Human in the ant side, the rage and the calm in Yuppie.
結論は変わらない。
Okay.
大にありは根絶やしにして、批判はすべてハンター協会がかぶれ。ということですな。
Yeah, yeah. There's a big
早
picture
め
here.
にやっちまった方がいい。心がぶれる前に。
Ah.
おいよ。
I don't even know if I noticed that Netero like cut his hair and his beard. Pose. Now is the king experiencing this in slow motion? Is that what's happening? Hold on now. My dude is experiencing something. Hey, yo! Where's the hand? Huh? Oh. What was it called? 100-handed something? Oh shit. 100 type Guan Yin. What is Oh, it's like this? Don't look at this thing, man. So what, you're telling me he's got 100 attacks with this thing?
あれは
Ah. Ooh, okay. Actually, I don't mind this if they both go.
ユピー
夫婦。ちょっと見ない間に随分変わったな。
Well, likewise, man.
あなたに言われたくありませんね。事情も話しておきたいですし。というわけです。
The whole boy is here now.
私には確証がありません。ピトーの変化が果たして本当に王のためになるのか。
I wonder if they're viewing Pito as a weak link right now?
自身を重ね、ピトーの機微が理解できた。
Okay.
ユピ、あなたはどうすべきだと思いますか？
See, Puff's changed a lot too.
試されている。
そ
それゆえユピーは直感した。プフがピトーだけでなく、ユピーにも訪れているであろうわずかな変化に恐れを抱いていること。
I kind of like this. Oh, so interesting. Are they gonna fly?
今すぐ向かうべきだ。王のもとへ。
Is that what Puff wants?
それだけのことだろう。
本心からの答えだった。
Yeah. Like, this is what Yuppie was doing anyway.
ユピーもまた同
Ah,
じなのだから。
interesting. Well, the issue here is Pito couldn't describe, I guess, what really happened. The way the king was holding Kamugi. That might be the issue here. But hold on. So what is Netero at his base? Because that looks, oh, he's probably just an enhancer, no? That makes way too much sense. And this doesn't surprise me. But now the gloves are off, I hope.
直撃したはず。硬い。
Oh yeah. He said, hit me again.
それでも座れと。
Oh, I kind of want them to sit though. I love these discussions. Ooh. He said, I'm gonna do it again. Now I wonder if the king is slowly but surely going to get better at dealing with this. It's like with Gungi, perhaps.
三の手。
Oh, the slap hand. Oh, the clap hands.
もう引けねえのよ。
I think you just have to keep going, Netero, if this is what you're gonna do. You can't wait to see if you're dealing damage. Oh, there's a bit of aura leaking out.
死にたいか。
Alright, so now do you understand, Netero? I didn't think it was gonna be like this though.
放たれた土器は王の器量としては稚児のダダに親が抱く程度のわずかな炎であったが、ネテロには 通常の立ち回りの倍以上下がらせるに十分な
Oh, so it was, oh, hey, yo.
決して引けぬとの決意を一生に付されたに等しい傷をネテロに与えた
How do we beat the king?
その
Is
方
it
が世
possible?
と交わすことが叶うのは言葉だけだ。
Okay, I see the issue here.
盾のガキがそれができれば苦労はしねえ。待てよ、
Well, he was going to do something.
言葉か。自分の名を知りたくはないか。
なぜ貴様が世の名前を知
He
っている？
knows from Colt.
部下がお主の母親の臨終に立ち会ったのよ。今はの言葉がお主の名だったそうだ。やる気になったかね。わしに負けを認めさすことができれば教えてやらんでも
Oh,
ない
he
ぞ。
wants him to fight. Interesting.
殺さず気の済むまで飛車角落ちといったところだな。
I like Gungi. Or maybe chess. I don't know. I like that analogy though. They can only move in certain ways. He can only fight without killing. That boy got a pose. Here we go.
すぐに積んでやろう。
Love that he talks in these terms. Hold on now. This is something extra.
ネテロと王の真の戦いが
Look
始
at
まった
Meteoro's face. Hey, this is what I wanted. That's a fantastic episode. There's quite a bit in this. There's lots of stuff that I really enjoy. This is a great example of the narrator and the extra depth of being really welcome. So interesting that Netero still wants the king to fight him. It's like he needs the king to be fighting for him to be stronger somehow. I don't know. We'll see. But all this Yuppie Poof Pito stuff as well. There's a lot going on here. I can't wait to revisit it. But let's go to episode 123 now. See what happens. Centipede and memory. Centipede? What does that mean? Oh. Are we going back under? Centipede. Bezef. I've already forgotten her name. Starts with H. Oh, here we go. Here we go. No way, they just drive past it. They don't even care. And he didn't see it. Homie's going through it, man. I get it. Just realized they're both sea creatures.
パームを探さなきゃな。倉庫エリアへの扉が開いてる。
Okay, okay.
ダンテ動くな。
Is Welfin.
動けば攻撃する。
I kind of want to see what happens here.
お前には聞きたいことが山ほどあるが。
And this could be good
聞
though.
きたいこと決まってる。どんな手を使ってでも聞き出そうとするだろう。
Now, you don't know what's going on in Welfin's head right now.
命が危ないやつだっている。動くな。マジで殺すぞ。
He's bluffing.
ああ殺せ。願ったりだ。
Oh, oh,
仲間
okay.
を売るくらいなら
Oh, he Calgo.
殺す。ミサイルマン。死んでない。
I might be forgetting his ability, but maybe it's because he's hurt. He doesn't intend to hurt him.
駆け引きが必要な俺のミサイルマンは
Yeah, I know they explained this. I did
攻撃
forget.
されると後手に回るしかねえ。
Well, that's worked out for Calgo. Hey, yo. Centipede. Yeah, nah, I don't do that.
そいつは俺の念能力が生み出した生物。フロムカデだ。お前の反抗心を糧に成長する。
Oh. It's like quicksand, bro. Stop resisting. Ew!
俺に危害を加えようとすれば、てめえに最悪の激痛を与えながら。
It's a pretty sick ability. Very fitting for Welfin. But currently, Calgo, he's operating under the assumption of what Welfin's gonna ask. It might be different than he expects. But Calgo's so ready to die.
今の話を聞いてそんなことしたらてめえ。俺 俺の命で済むなら
Well, he's doing it.
安心しろ殺す気はないここから動けなけりゃそれでいい
True, true. That's in character. Wolfen, you need to start saying things, man. Hey, yo! Is Ikaruga gonna die, man?
自分の命と引き換えのつもりならなんて楽に引き金を引けることか
Wow. Dude, what a situation, man.
わかったもうわかった動かねえよ痛みが和んで中の生物が苦しんでる
Okay, because of Wolfen. He's wavering.
まさか俺がこんなに脆いとはよ
Yeah, you're just
自分の
smart.
命を全く顧みず突っ込んでくる奴がこんなに怖えとはよ
Imagine him fighting Gon then.
俺のミサイルマンに解除の方法なんてねえんだよけどそれをバカ正直に言ったらやべえああ痛みで意識がかすんで
We gonna buy this?
待てわかった解除できねえんだよ一度撃っちまうともう
We need that other ant, the Nen remover.
はめようとしてるわけじゃねえまただ苦しんでるもしかしてウェルフィンの本音に
Maybe they do disappear if he tells the truth. I don't know. Maybe it's a personal thing.
俺の性格そのまんま反映してやがる
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. His personality might be changing.
こいつと似たやつを知ってるお前人間だった頃の記憶はあるか
Ooh, oh, stop it if they're homies.
なんだよ急に
Oh, stop it.
嘘だな
He can tell. He can tell by the movement.
まだ覚えてやがっただ
Okay. I remember this.
NGL で虫の化け物に殺されたはず
Okay, he's one of the soldiers. I remember these guys.
一番忘れたかったことはしっかり覚えてた首を絞める父親と背後で見てる女
Hey, yo.
助けてくれたのは血のつながってない弟だった
Don't tell me, bro.
思い出したすげえ似てたんだジャイロにジャイロ
Is this how they bring Gyro back in?
あいつとはよく不幸自慢したな
He was homies with Gyro. I don't remember a lot of the story, to be honest. It was a long time ago.
何してんだろうあいつ
There they go.
もう一度会いてえな
Even Wolfen's humanized now. Jesus Christ.
そうだジャイロに会えりゃそれでいい
He said, screw all that other stuff.
人
Yeah,
とか
he just wants to see his homie. And you know that's the honest truth because the centipedes just completely disappeared.
ブローを打てなかったお前を見て
Okay, yeah, he thought,
しやすしと思
yeah.
ったのが
Bro, they've really done Wolfen like this, man. What a character.
最後に一つ宮殿で女の人を見たかどうか知らねえが護衛軍に捕まって前にされた人間が
It's Palm, man.
その人は
Where?
どこにいるエレベーター上がって左
Alright, well
側
now I'm invested.
突き当たりの部屋だ奴らは1号って呼んでた
Number one.
何がおかしい
The absurdity of everything.
正直に話すって楽だなって思ってよ
What an interaction, man. I actually really enjoyed that.
初めて心を開いて告げた真実こそイカルゴが探し求めていた人の
Respect. Oh, she's coming out, bro. Is Palm an ant? Bro, they're so wrong for this. But can she remember? Oh shit. That was entirely Icalgo and Welfin, the whole episode, and I really enjoyed it. People were talking about this, I even drew attention to it. It makes all the build-up and the slower moments that are surrounded by things like Killua's Godspeed, for example, it makes it all worth it, man. Because you can't have this moment with Welfin and Icalgo without a lot of the slower stuff before. Dude, I'm actually going to have a lot of fun talking about these two episodes, I think. Alrighty, so Netero and the King. Now, this whole situation, I enjoy the way it pans out, and I enjoy the way we get to Netero, you know, drawing the King into fight. So I think a lot of these ants are suffering from the fact that they haven't existed for that long, the King especially. And Netero even says something about like newborn bright or something, like referencing the King's youth. So Netero's experience allows him to understand that the King is wavering between an ant and a human. The hostilic nature of the ant and the caring, compassionate side of the human. He cares for Komugi and he wants to save certain people that he thinks are worth saving, but he still wants to use like terror and his power to, you know, kind of get rid of like inequality or something like that. Inequality? I don't think inequality is a word. And the King is just deciding things. Like he thinks he's been born into the world to be able to make these decisions, right? He deems people like Netero and Komugi worthy of keeping alive, so he won't kill them. He won't fight Netero. Netero can only stop him or sway him with words. But Netero's character gets a bit deep here as well. Like he's being swayed a little bit. There's a little bit of Gon there as well, because Gon has been swayed by the human sides of ants before, but it's so interesting that his rage is blinding him, because Pito is showing like almost a completely like human trait here in protecting Komugi for the King, but Gon can't see that, he's so blinded. But Netero said his heart might be swayed. The King's cause is just, but a lot of his reasons, motives, and the things he wants to do to get there is just not right. But there's a bigger picture here as well, because the Hunters Association are going to be blamed for what's happened here. Even if we stop the King, we kill all the guards right now, we get rid of all the ants, look at everything that has already happened. The Hunters Association is getting blamed for that. That's what Netero's on about. So he's trying to minimize, I guess, that the damage to the reputation of the Hunters Association, maybe to himself as a chairman. So even if there is a world where, you know, the King and the guards, they could continue to exist because they're showing signs that perhaps they can change, that doesn't matter. There's a bigger picture here. Yes, it's the human race, it's the Hunters Association, it's everything. So Netero has to fight, and his ability looks sick, man. Like we only saw like one hand when he fought Pito. Obviously it was a very specific hand with that powerful ass Nen Blast, but he's got at least 100, right? For sure, probably exactly 100. But they've pretty much showed us that I guess to begin with, the King is just levels above Netero. Even if Netero's got some tricks up his sleeve, which it looks like he does, and we can only assume, the fact that the King exhibited an amount of aura equivalent to that of a child throwing a tantrum, that the King was only exhibiting like the tiniest little bit, and it made Netero back up. I think that tells you all you need to know. Even if Netero has more levels, you know, I think the King might just be that strong. So the fact that Netero draws the King into a fight, even knowing all of that, signals two things. One, that he needs the King to fight for some reason. And two, it shows that Netero does have some leverage over the King here with knowing his name is MERUEM. Like we know how big of a deal that is for the King to know his name. Netero doesn't, but he's figured it out. It's not actually crazy for Netero to assume the King doesn't know his name, given what he knows from Colt, right? He probably knows for a fact, actually, that the King doesn't know. But he's realized he has the upper hand here. And Netero was doing something, man. Like, once the King got up and his aura was out there, he had the pose, man. He was ready to fight. He had a little bit of that Goku pose going. Netero was doing something. So we're gonna see. Super interested in all that. Now, Poof, Yuppie, Pito, and Gon. This stuff I like as well. So Poof's got what he wanted from this Pito and Gon interaction. He knows which direction the King has gone, and he's met up with Yuppie on his way. But also, the way Pito's describing things, I enjoy the emphasis on Pito left out the detail of the King carrying Komugi because she didn't know how to describe it. And I could only imagine that that's because she just doesn't understand like why the King is caring for this woman. Like why is the King doing it this way? Or maybe she just doesn't understand the emotions or what it means. And Pito was the only guard there when the King said, hey, you need to heal Komugi. Like they're all still incredibly loyal to the King. Pito's only doing this because she's loyal to the King, Puff and Yuppie are only going off to help because they're loyal to the king. But I think Puff especially can't understand why Pito is doing this. Because they weren't there. I think they had to be there. So I think it's right for Puff and Yuppie to be questioning Pito here. If you also look at things from Puff's perspective, he's been very concerned about Komugi being around the king and what it's doing to the king. Pito is like, this person is a big reason why the king is who he is now, and could continue to be a big reason as to why the king might change. Pito's seen that, and I think maybe perhaps the human side of Pito has gone, maybe this could be a good change, like we have to do this. But Puff and Yuppie, their loyalty to who the king already is, not who he could potentially be, I think is what's driving them here. Puff was testing Yuppie, like, what do you think we should do? What do you think about what's going on with Pito? Yuppie's gone through this whole, transformation physically and mentally. He's kind of trying to figure out what he should be doing. But at the end of the day, he's gotten to this place because of his loyalty to the king, and so is Puff. So it's all really interesting, and I can only unpack it so much because my brain starts hurting, but I really want to see where they go. I think it's so cool that they're doing this to Pito especially, because if you look at Pito from Gon's point of view, she's an absolute demon. Like they're doing this with Pito on purpose because she had the craziest entrance out of all the guards. She killed Kite. I'm literally at the point where I think Kite's gone. I don't know if we're getting him back. And they're changing her character so much and humanizing her right in front of Gon, who can't see anything but rage. Oh, it's just, I think it's really well done. But Gon's eyes softening a little bit here, I think perhaps it's just signaling that Gon's guard went down a little bit, or the fact that he didn't think anything nefarious was happening. Maybe he didn't notice that Puff was leaving. But Gon's still only focused on Kite. So I don't know, we'll see. Just know that I'm really interested in all of that. Now, episode 123, I don't think I need to go too in depth with this, but it was a really good time. Looking back at the whole episode, I think it's really cool. You can see Welfin's character come really full circle. He's been questioning himself. He questions everything, but he was questioning even what side he was on. I think in his subconscious, he was always aware of what he was doing, telling lies and deceiving and doing things for his agenda. And it wasn't until he was faced with this specific situation with Icalgo, but Icalgo didn't care. Icalgo was willing to sacrifice his life, which is big homie stuff, by the way, because if Welfin had a way to get the information, which he did, if Icalgo wasn't willing to sacrifice his life, he would be betraying his homies, and that's not what Icalgo's about. That's why he was in this room crying, because he couldn't kill Bro, which in Icalgo's mind, he had to, and by killing Bro, it would be helping the homies. In this way, he can kind of atone for that, by not subjecting to Welfin, which he does a fantastic job of. Once Icalgo locks in, his character does not waver this whole episode, which is awesome. And in doing so, he's inadvertently gotten through the flaw of Welfin's ability. And I love how the rest of this plays out. Welfin, you could see, and he draws attention to this, he's never worried about what's happened to his enemies after he's used his ability or after he's attacked them. This is the first time he's experienced it, and he was potentially going to die for it, and you can see he wasn't about that. And I love how much they emphasize the movement of the centipedes to kind of show you what's happening with Welfin and Icalgo. The more truth Welfin tells, the less movement happens with the bugs, and then they eventually completely disappear when he tells the whole truth. And I think when he was talking about, if I tell the truth I'll be in trouble, maybe he was talking about he's going to lose all his leverage on Icalgo, but he forgets about that completely when he realizes how good it feels to actually tell the truth. He has human memories. Big ups to Icalgo for even, mentioning that. He remembers how bad his life was as a human or even as a child. That one memory that haunts him, his father strangling him with, I guess, his mother just standing there watching, but he had someone to share that with. It was Gyro. I'm pretty sure people said we never actually see who Gyro comes out in as an ant. I always thought it was going to be the king, but even if this is all the mention we get of Gyro for the rest of the show, I think it's cool because it's just Welfin. He had a homie, and through all of this, all that he's been doing, the ant side of him, if you will, the human side of him just wants to see the one friend he can remember again. So I really hope he actually gets to experience that, but he's done a really good thing here. He's helped Icalgo, pointed him in the direction of Palm, who's a freaking ant now, but I really enjoyed that. Icalgo and Welfin's characters here, I'm really happy about that. I expected these two to have an interaction, but for it to go this way was really cool. And Palm has been born as an ant. So look, we've just spent this episode humanizing Welfin, and we've been humanizing all the other ants. I hope Palm, I hope her human side, man, stays intact. I don't know, maybe Nov or Gon or someone can really get to her. Oh dude, I'm thinking if Gon sees this, man, because they had that special connection, as controversial as it was, maybe that might snap Gon back to reality or even further into his rage. I don't know. go. But they called her number one. Like, there's implications there. Like, we know there was the one ant who could turn people into ants. That was the Phantom Troop thing. So this is not born from the Queen. So who has captured Palm specifically and turned her into an ant? I feel like the Royal Guard like don't know anything about this, but Welfin knew about this. No, Welfin did say the Royal Guard captured a human and put her in a cocoon. Okay, interesting. So maybe it's the King or the Guard that have done this. And we're gonna find out, but it's not the Queen. So maybe Palm initially is gonna be loyal to the Guard and the King. I don't know. I hope there's a way that Palm can come around. Maybe Palm's like one of the ants, you know, like Millie, Ronnie, Calgo, Welfin, who kind of comes around. We'll see. But that was a really enjoyable batch of episodes. I can't wait to keep going. If this sort of stuff that's like away from the NETERO, the killer with the gun stuff that I really want to see continues to be like this, then I'm set for the rest of the show, the rest of the arc. There were times where it was really slow and it was really jarring because we'd get, you know, Gon being, you know, all ragey and everything, and then it would slow down. Then we get Godspeed Killer, and then it would slow down, and I'm just like, come on, man, they're killing me. But it's been worth it. It's been worth it. I know I was getting a bit antsy, pardon the pun, but right now I am very satisfied. So I'm going to leave this one here, go into the next few episodes, see what happens. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And as always, please continue to leave your comments and feedback down below. You know I always appreciate it. And we'll see you all in the next episodes of Hunter x Hunter.